Alright, in this video I'm just going to quickly go over one of the ways to do the curtain panels for the Annex. I'm going to do this curtain panel here. It's quite simple to do. As you can quickly see, we can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 bays, meaning that there's going to be 8 grids dividing them. It's important just to remember those numbers, but I'll show you now. So we'll go into our private model, onto floor plan. We'll start down here. So let's say we're going to do this side here. As you usually would, we'll get our wall and we'll pick a curtain wall. Okay, let's just for now from point to point. Okay, so now we've just drawn in a quick curtain wall right on the base of that line. Select this and give it the top constraint up to undersides. No, we're going to go up to level 1. No, the underside of the slab is correct, yeah. However, our bottom constraint is actually going to be minus the depth of the floor, because as you can see in the image, look at this is one panel here, so the top of the glazing down to the bottom of the infill panels. So we actually want that to cover up our floor depth. So let's just drop that by minus 275 for now. So now we have our glazing wall extended along that line. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong. The bottom constraint is minus 275. Okay, there we go. Now we want that glass actually to be in front of our wall. So if we go back into our plan, what we might do is just move our curtain wall out. Say 10 mil for now, just to give it a bit of space off the wall. We'll readjust that when we have our mullions in, and we'll have it so the back of the mullions are fixed to the wall. Let's go back into our grid now. So we've got our wall drawn in. Instead of drawing the grids like we did before, like I showed you before, you can just edit the wall type, and we can input the information here so we have the grid line we're looking for. So we know that there are 9 panels, meaning that there's going to be 8 lines. That'll be confusing, but edit type, we want the vertical layout to be a fixed number. Press OK. And then now you can see you can select the option, and here on the wall, the instance property, clicking 8 there and apply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 panels, we've got 8 grids, it's inserted. That's why the number is 8 instead of 9. You're actually just putting in the number of spacers between. So we've got our vertical division in. We can just draw in our horizontal, because we're going to, same as before, if we look at the image, we've got our 300 window, another 300 possibly, and then we'll take this as being the top of the sill be 900 above the floor again. So to do that, we'll just put in some grids temporarily now, and we can adjust them correctly. So we got the top one, so we'll leave it 300, that's our top window. Know that our bottom, this dimension should be 900 plus the 275 depth. So let's make sure you're right, 900 plus 275, so 1175. And then if we click on the top one here and change 300 as well. Great, so now we divided our curtain wall up. There isn't actually a grid line there, that's just the line of the floor, so make sure that isn't another grid. We've only got the bottom. Let's see, that's in. So now we've got all our grids in, we can just quickly attach mullions to all of their grids. So I'm going to use the 30mm square that we've been using. Hit that, and now we've applied our lines all around. And then finally, like before, we just need to go around and change the opening section. So as you can see, our closest window is opening, and then it seems every second window. So the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. And it looks like the window above it opens as well, so it's both this and that. Might, as far as I can tell, that's what's going on there. So same as before, we can go in and change our glazing panels to be our opening window. And do the top one as well here. And that's all else I have to do is to create a new solid panel for the bottom of the glazing. Now if you change to the generic solid panel, you can do that, just edit it, duplicate it. That's how it's solid. And then we'll just change it. Duplicate this to the default. Which isn't cloud for already. And this is a case of copying the pattern across. If you wanted to do this a little bit faster, an easy way to select and change these panels would be just to get a view where you can see all the lower patterns and you can get a straight line box across them like this. So make sure to go from left to right. You've now selected everything within that box. You can then use your filter tool to only select the curtain panels. Apply. Okay. So now we've just selected, it's hard to see there, but we've actually selected all the curtain panels there. And then we can simply just change them all to our new solid panel that way. Okay, so obviously it's the same again on the other side. There's, I believe, 15 panels on this wall, and then I'd imagine 2 in here. There are some videos and some pictures in Dropbox that should show you that detail a bit better. And once again, if you just go back into your plan and maybe align, if we can select our wall, our floor I mean, and maybe align our curtain wall to it. If we try and move this out, and align it back, so I'd imagine however you want to do it.